My dear brothers and sisters in Christ, it is incredible to believe that we are already in the second week of Advent. Time flies, and it's amazing how, because life has become so hectic and there's so many activities to do, so many things, so many details, so many gifts to buy and things to do, and reunions and meetings to go to, that we forget sometimes about the most important thing, and is that we need to get ready not only for the Christmas celebration, but get ready for Christmas to happen in our hearts, for God to be born in our souls, in our hearts, in our minds, in all we are, all we do, all we say. We need to allow Him to come into our lives and take possession, full possession of our lives. And that is what I would like to invite you today to. I would like to invite you to set your priorities. Priorities are very difficult to follow in life. Should I choose this or that? And it is easy to go with sin most of the time for us than it is to go with righteousness. Why? Because that's our nature. That's concupiscence. But if we want to follow Christ, if we want to be His disciples, we need discipline. And one of the things we need, there's two things that are particularly important to have discipline in. One is the one that He said, if you love me, obey my commandments. So we need to set our priorities into not what we really want, but in what He has said and what He has taught. So we need to do that, but also we need to be disciplined in giving Him time. We need to allow ourselves to have prayer time every day, not only on Sundays, go to Mass and punch our card, but we need to allow ourselves at least 15 minutes every day. Allow ourselves to tell Him about our lives. Tell Him like if He was our best friend. He is our best friend, and He has our interest in mind more than we do. We can tell Him what has happened to us. We can share with Him our needs, the needs of our friends, the needs of the world. That's intercession prayer. We can thank Him for all His blessings, but particularly we need to be with Him, allow ourselves to be with Him, even if we are in silence. Why? Because in prayer is how God communicates with us. And if we don't get into the prayer mood, then it's very difficult for Him to try to get into all the gift shopping and buying food for special dinners and getting to this and that Christmas reunion and party, and we forget about the important thing, about our priority. Our priority should be God. If we're going to spend an eternity with Him, can you imagine? It's a very, very long time. Then we need to know Him. We need to love Him, because we're going to be with Him for a very long time. If we don't know Him, we cannot just arrive and say, hey Lord, nice to meet you, let me introduce myself to you, because that would be against our will. If we don't choose to have a relationship here and now with Him, that means we're choosing not to have a relationship in the afterlife. He, after all, is a gentleman, and a gentleman doesn't impose. He invites us. He wants us to love Him back because He loves us tremendously. But He will never impose that we have to love Him and obey Him, because that's our choice. That's what free will is for, that we can choose Him. We were created for Him, but we need to choose Him. He created us without our interference or our involvement into it, but He will not save us without it. And the first step in the whole process is prayer, is having a loving relationship with the one we know that loves us. That's what St. Teresa of Avila used to say. My friends, God bless you, and I hope your Advent preparations and your priorities become the best of the best. God bless you.